What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to an all new review this with the Scene Snobs. I'm Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob. Welcome, and thank you for coming by and checking this out. We're reviewing the movie Extraction 2. It's the new Netflix film that came out, the sequel to Extraction, which came out a couple of years ago, starring Chris Hemsworth, directed by Sam Hargrave. It's if you haven't seen the first one yet, I definitely think you should go check it out, especially if you're an action fan. It is high octane, very stunt coordinated, impactful, and stunt. Oh, I should say stunt impacted coordination. I'm all over the place because it is so crazy. It is high octane. It is. I think it's crazier than almost the Fast and Furious movies because for me, those are very visual effects oriented. This one is Sam Hargrave is a guy who is all about the stunts. And he is a stuntman for years and years. He's been in over 80 films doing stunts. And it's so much fun to watch him direct these films. And I watch all the special features for them because they're a lot of fun. The Russo brothers produce them. Joe Russo wrote this one. And it's just, these are just really cool back in the day type of action films. I'm not a huge fan of what they've been doing recently. The Gray Man was okay and stuff like that, but these, you don't really need to have too much. Like the John Wick films, it's like you have your basic storyline, you have the good guy, he is trying to save some people from these bad guys, and that's what I need. And you get a lot of very cool fighting, you get a lot of very cool different gunfire, explosions, all these different types of things going on in it. And I love Chris Hemsworth. I'll go and watch him in any film. I think he's a very charismatic guy whenever he's in any movie. So it's a lot of fun to watch him. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. So to have this one follow up the first one, which I thought was great. It took place in Mumbai, and in fact, they call him like the ghost of Mumbai by the end of it because he takes on like almost two warring drug cartels at the same time to save this one boy who was kidnapped. It's a fantastic, action film. Don't step into these movies thinking, okay, it's going to be deep, it's going to be crazy. Like, yeah, they do try to add a little bit of heart to it. He has a dark past and things like that. His name's Tyler Rake in the movie, Chris Hemsworth's character. But no, he's a soldier for hire. He's out there. He's just trying to save the kid and get it out. Like, it gets personal with each one. I really like how this one picked up with it because he was left for dead in the last one. He is hurting. He has to recuperate, and that's what it's about in the beginning when we finally see him. And he has to get back into it. So the training starts and things like that. The reason he has to get back into it, it is his wife's sister and her kids that need to be extracted this time from a prison in Georgia. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Not Georgia in U.S., of course, Georgia over near Russia. And so he and his team have to go and save them, get them out. And it is a personal mission for him. And it is an even more vicious army that is after him, led by an even more vicious killer. And it's a lot of fun. I had a good time with this one. When it comes to action movies like this, like I said, with John Wick and stuff like that, I like that. If you could just turn your mind off to it, like, don't try to make me think too much. That's why I tend to get a little too annoyed with the Fast and Furious movies. They get too convoluted at times. It's like, all right, we're going to add as much as we can in there and try and make somewhat of a story so that way you'll really enjoy it. And it's like, just do what this is doing. You can add as many characters as you want. I don't care, but like, just make it as simplified as possible. We want to save these people from these people, and this guy is going to do it. Fine, I'm good. Then maybe throw in a little, kind of pepper in a couple of little extra things, like he had a son that died, and that's why he's like haunted by it and stuff like that. So other than that, there's nothing really else to it. There's no levels to it and stuff like that. Now, is it a great movie? No, I wouldn't say it's a great movie. Is it worth checking out? Sure, if you're in an action mood, definitely. If you're in a fighting action mood, it's a lot of great fight scenes. There's a great one shot, like just one take prison escape scene where they're kind of coming out and they have to go through this prison yard with a riot going on, and he has to bring her out, the sister. They already got the kids out, and it's like him fighting his way out all the way through, and it's so good. It's such a good time. I love those one take action shots. They're fantastic. I don't think anybody's done it any better than when Daredevil did it in season 1 in that hallway scene. But when they try like this, it is so fantastically done. Yeah, for me, this movie, they're going to be making a third one. They've already announced it. And if you watch this one, they've set it up by the end of it that there's going to be another one coming out. It's Idris Elba steps into a role in this. It was cool to see him and Chris Hemsworth again on camera together, not Marvel, just something a little bit different. It's a fun movie. I hope Netflix kind of keeps making these. Like and I hope like the Russo brothers keep taking on movies like this, because like the other movies that they're doing like within the action realm, they're not bad, but they tend to go more the way like the Fast and Furious route, where they get a little convoluted. Where this, it's just like, it's a little simple. There's some very cool stuff. The train ride, they have this whole train sequence where they're fighting helicopters on this train, and it is so well done. It is so very cool done. The whole stunt sequence is just awesome. I don't know how they did it. I'm sure there's a bunch of visual effects aspects to it, but there's a lot of stunt aspects to it as well. I can't wait to watch the featurette on how that was done. But it was good times. Yeah, this is the type of action, like it's like that 80s type of action where it's just like you get into it, like the Expendables, things like, well, I understand the Expendables was not 80s, but it was very much 80s influenced. Of course, we all know that. Where it just kind of sticks out like that. Like, it's just, again, it's like good guys versus bad guys. That's what it is. I don't mind an action film that takes me down a path or has a certain story to it or whatnot, but sometimes you need these mindless fun ones. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. But before we get there, let me give my rating on this. I give it 3 out of 5 mics. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't like it better than the first one. I like the first one better still. I would like to actually go back and rewatch that one. But it was a good follow-up. And you can tell they're setting something up with the third one, and I'd like to see where it kind of goes from there. But 3 out of 5 mics for me is pretty good. I think everybody should check it out, especially if you like action movies. You think you're really going to like it. If you like the John Wick movies and you like Chris Hemsworth, this is right up your alley. This is just going to be a great time. So there's no real spoilers to it. I know I usually, at the end, I'll go over spoilers and stuff like that. I am doing a flash review at 7:30, so you can come back and check that out. That's going to have a ton of spoilers to talk about. We'll do our main review. I'll give my rating, and then we'll talk about the spoilers. That's normally how we do it on this show. But there's really nothing here. It is just kind of a straight through fight to, kill the bad guy, save the girl and her kids and stuff like that. It is fun. It is cool. Netflix did a good job. It's very pretty. They do a really great job. You saw the first one, this one's gonna be pretty. I do like the night for day shooting. The day for night shooting that they're doing on this. It's very hot in the first one, very cold in this one because it takes place in. I think they shot it in Austria. I'm pretty sure it was Austria that they shot this one, and I double checked that. But because it was Mumbai in the first one, I do like how it kind of like parallels each other on that. So it's very fun. I want to know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments. Let me know. Let's sound off. Some people watching. Let's see what they think. AJ's here. What's up, buddy? Hemsworth would definitely fit into the Fast universe 100%. He could. I honestly don't think he should. I think I like Alan Richardson, who did take over. I kind of call him the Wish version of Chris Hemsworth, but he is a good actor. I do like him as Reacher. I do like him in these movies and stuff like that. I've always liked him in all the stuff he's in. So when I call him Wish, it's more jokingly than in putting him down. And he did a really good job. I don't think Chris Hemsworth needs to be in it though. John Wick 4 had a great one-shot action scene when the camera was above the entire time. Yeah. I didn't like that as much. I thought it was good. I didn't like it as much. I like it when it's kind of like moving around with everything. And it did, but it didn't stand out to me as much. Hemsworth's character is a modern day Rambo. It's true. And I think you need that. I think you need sometimes. In fact, I would I would maybe venture to say maybe more so, somebody like, Vin Diesel's character in the Fast and Furious is more of a modern day Rambo because it's almost like he cannot be touched, can't be beat. Whereas this guy gets, beat up to hell. He gets really beat up. In the flashbacks, Rambo was always getting beat up and stuff. And that first one, if we're considering action movie versus the drama, that first one is very much more of a drama in my opinion, but with a lot of cool action. But I don't know. We can get into that whole debate another time, but I don't disagree with you. I would want to think on that a little bit more. I like where your head's going with it, though. Very cool. I do think you should check it out, though. And if you guys have checked it out, please let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments. Let me know. Head up over to Discord. Head over to the Facebook group, Snob Nation. Check it out. Let us know. Sound off. I would love to hear it. We're talking about it over there. Come back at 7 o'clock. We're going to be doing this the Flash review. If you're watching this at a later time, go check out all of our other reviews, all of our other videos. Our podcast, the Scene Snobs podcast, is there. Warp Factor Fiction is out. That's our Star Trek rewatch podcast. It's a lot of fun. We appreciate you guys doing that. Maybe please give us a like and subscribe. We'd love to have you be part of the Snobs Nation. Yeah, appreciate you. Head over into the Discord. We have head over down into the descriptions. We have all of our links and more. You can join up on our Discord there, our Facebook page, blah, 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 or Patreons, all that stuff. It's all down there. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I'm McManhattan again. I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. All right. And also I did put down in below, we've been talking about men's mental health awareness all month for this month. If you do need anything, I do have resources down in the description below. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.